Hello, my name is Chef Luis Cortez. So today I'm going to present to you udon noodle bowl today. It's a vegan option that I have presented in the past at restaurants and at homes, at certain people's homes. And today I'm going to present to you as a very nutritious, a very healthy option. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the ingredients. So we have some garlic, ginger, some red onions, mushrooms, a little bit of red miso paste, some paste of veggie paste. I have a shiitake mushroom powder, porcini powder, some shredded carrots, the udon pasta ready pre-cooked, some cilantro, that's on the end, and some tofu. And then we have more of a garnishing element and a flavor producer. It would be, in the end, would be the green onions and the radish. So, and then we have a little bit of rice wine vinegar, and then we have a wheat veggie protein that is similar to soy sauce, but it's not 100%. And we have a neutral oil. To start, we're gonna heat up a little bit our pan in my induction stove. Then we're gonna add that neutral oil real quick. It could be neutral oil, it could be some grapeseed oil, avocado oil. Try to use those oils; they're a little healthier than the regular veggie oils. So, oil heating up, we're gonna add the ginger, garlic, the onions, and the mushrooms. We're gonna let that saute for a little bit. So this is, we're making kind of a vegetable broth or more of a mushroom broth, because broth is gonna be very, very flavorful in mushroom based flavors. We have a little bit of veggie paste that's going to give it a little bit of that balance, but it's basically mushrooms. Mushrooms are very healthy, they're very good for you. So we have that miso too, it gives it a nice little punch. It's not spicy at all, it just gives it a lot of flavor, a little bit of a umami-ness to it. The mushrooms help out with that umami-ness. The carrots and all these other ingredients, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're going to be towards the end, because of the fact that those ingredients don't need to cook for very long. Carrots, you want to keep them pretty crisp to give that little crunch in the end. And then I have 2.5 cups of water. Between 2.5 cups, 3 cups of water would be good. Let me get another minute on sauteing this. I'll add the water, and then we'll add the other ingredients. This is a very easy recipe. It has a lot of ingredients. It seems like it's a lot of ingredients, but in actuality, it's very simple because it's just, you're making a stock, and then with that stock, you're basically adding flavor to that stock and bringing that up a little bit. We have our water, 2.5 to 3 cups of water, with our mushrooms, our onions, garlic, and ginger. We're going to let that come to a boil. And then in the end, we're going to put this, the rice wine vinegar with that wheat veggie protein, that it gives it more of that, brings up that more of that umami flavor. And then we're going to try to season it very lightly with some salt and pepper at the end. And not too much, because you have a lot of elements that have some salt, the miso, the veggie paste, and the wheat veggie protein. The soy, you can probably marinate it a little bit if you like. A lot of people, it's just a little bland, but with this recipe, actually, this broth here, it brings it, to life. Because soy doesn't have much of a flavor, the tofu. So we are going to add some edamame to it. This is some like soybeans. to it to bring out the flavor and to give it a little more texture, some crispiness to it too, some freshness to it. Let that cook off a little bit in that broth. We're going to start adding our ingredients. The broth has been boiling for a few minutes now. Now we'll add our miso paste so it can start dissolving. We're going to add our vegetable stock. You can smell that miso paste coming out. The ginger, the garlic, it's very prominent there. Make sure that dissolves very well. And this is very easy recipe. Takes, I would say at the most, with preparation involved, I would say it can take you about 30-35 minutes just because you have to do some prep involved. We're going to add our mushroom powders, the shiitake and the porcini. I really enjoy the porcini. Porcini is very flavorful. Has a lot of flavor. It's different. Has a lot of body to it. Right here, we're going to have our 2 bowls. This recipe is going to make 2 bowls. So we're going to present that in our 2 bowls. There's 2 portions. We're going to taste. Very good. Needs a little salt. Add some more. Some pepper. So now I would add my rice wine vinegar and the wheat veggie protein. That would raise up the salt level a little bit too. So in this case you can add some spiciness. If you like spicy foods, you can add some kind of spiciness to it. You can add some sriracha, some red chili paste, or a little bit of tamari soy on the side too, if someone wants a little bit more of that elevated flavor, some flavorful saltiness to it. So I added the tofu, have them start to absorb that flavor. And this is going to reduce, that's why I always do in between 2.5 to 3 cups of the pasta, the udon noodles, because of the fact that of the water, I'm sorry, the base. The water, 2.5 cups to 3 cups of the water. So like that, it'll reduce a little bit. Let's say 1/4 cup, maybe 1/2 cup at the most, depending on how much you boil it. And you want to think of that in advance. So tofu's cooking off. It's looking good. Let's taste this one last time. Oh yeah. Just a touch more, a couple more pinches of salt. And I think we're good. A little more pepper. Yeah, so now I'll add my udon noodles. That should be 2 or 3 more minutes just to heat it up. And I think we're good there. 2 or 3 minutes. The tofu is starting to come together, get the color of the broth, so it's starting to absorb that flavor. And since we want the carrots to get crunchy, we're going to stay crunchy, and we're going to keep it towards the end. So one of the ingredients I didn't mention was the cabbage. We add some cabbage to it too, and that's towards the end also. Yeah, I think that's coming together. We're almost done. So cabbage is going to cook very quickly, just 2 minutes in there. So I think right now is where I can put my carrots, and I believe that's it. We're done for now. Now I'm going to plate. Done cooking. It's very basic. Move this to the side here. Plate this. It's very hot. So have our green onions on top. Green onions on top. And our radish. Sort of like a little garnishing element. And to give a little crunch too. And some more flavor. And we finish off with a little cilantro. This is my vegan udon bowl. Very healthy, very nutritious, and I hope you enjoyed the recipe. And I'll be back with other recipes, not necessarily vegan, a wide variety of range of recipes, some vegan, some not, some desserts, some appetizers, and other things. Thank you.